All right, what's going on, X-Brand Wrestling fans? I'm your ultra-violent siren and your favorite indie hype girl, Kakeface Karlee. And today, we have an amazing episode because we don't have one siren on the podcast today. We have two. We have the Spitfire Siren. They are the mouthy menace and the voice of violence. And let's face it, been killing it over the Pacific Northwest. And happens to be one of my besties forever, Stevie Knoxx. I am so happy to have you on here.
I'm so excited to be here. Then checking out, dude, from the very beginning, you hyped up PND for us, and I'm like, who is this girl? I'm like, first of all, she cute, like the beat, okay.
Honestly, like when you followed me, I was just like, oh my god. I'm like, they're so cute. I can't. And I was just like, and like from the minute like we started talking, I was just like, I found my kindred spirit. Like, and oh my god, the rest is history.
Oh, for sure. That meetup will be epic.
Oh, absolutely. And like the world around us better prepare. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Diabolical behavior.
Diabolical.
So I want to know, did you grow up watching wrestling or
So wrestling has always been in the background in my life.
Okay.
So like when I was a wee little day in a small town of Trinity, North Carolina, I had pretty strict parents. So like I had a bedtime, as it were, and it was literally like 8:30. So with commercial breaks, I could literally watch maybe 15 minutes of the Monday Night Wars at a time. Maybe 15 minutes. So I knew it existed, and I was like, okay. And then I saw all the little kids at school getting in trouble for doing the crotch chops, and I'm like, I don't know what that's about, but okay, that's weird.
Okay.
And then my stepsister was super into it, and she had gotten one of the soundtrack volume CDs.
Okay.
Specifically the one that had like the DX theme and Mr. Ass and all that shit.
Okay, okay.
I knew the iconic themes before I knew what the hell was happening. So like
that's awesome.
Yeah. So as far as that, like that's how it started. And then it kind of went away for a while. And then I moved out here on September 11th, 2003. So I've been in the PN Club for like 23 years now, roughly.
Okay.
And I met my best friend in high school, and he was very insistent that I watch wrestling with him all the time. Like he would come home from school with me, and then he would dead ass just be like, "Hey, it's Monday. You know what that means?
You know what day?"
Like, yeah, I know what day it is. Okay, fine, you got me. And so, because he's smart, right? He's like, okay, she's 16. I'm sure if I show her the cute boys, that'll like pull her in, right?
Right.
So he pulled me in with Cena and Orton, right? I came for those two, right? But I stayed for CM Punk, and I said what I said, and we are not going to get along on that aspect. You hate him, and I think it's funny. We have to clash somewhere. We have to be just different enough.
Right. Fair enough. Look, with the whole CM Punk thing, I'm not down. I mean, he's good looking. And that's where it ends.
And then valid. And then the pipe bomb happened. That's what specifically pulled me in. And I was like, okay. I'm like, he's hot and he can talk shit. Okay.
Yeah, okay, let me hear some more.
Yeah. And that evolved into We were in high school together, so life happens. We become young adults, and eventually we become roommates. And we would throw big pay-per-view parties and just invite people over. Now, to set
I
the
love
scene,
that.
yeah, it was great. It was like him, myself, and a bunch of straight dudes.
Fun.
Yes. And so, naturally, it's something. Always something. But you have a couple of the typical IWC type dudes in the mix, and I'm just learning. you know.
Of
Um,
course.
yeah, and we would get into all kinds of shenanigans as far as like watching it and stuff. And then eventually we were like, yo, it would be so cool if we could find a bar around here that does like pay-per-view parties. And damn, we are so tired of hosting and cleaning up after everybody. Right. And this is also like years later, you know. And eventually we find there's a bar in Portland called Tanker. And they were throwing little pay-per-view parties. And we're like, oh my God, manifested this. Let's go.
Finally, we don't have to clean up. They can.
Yes. And so we ended up doing that. And then it's been a wild ride. A wild ride. Then after that, I basically started on a journey like being a fan. I like going to shows better than I like watching them on TV. And that's even after I've announced so much. Like, it's really nice. And we'll probably get into this a little bit later as we talk about other stuff. But like, now that I'm co-hosting and I can actually like sit back and relax for a minute, I'm like, wow, I can just enjoy this
so
right
good.
now. This is nice. Yeah. And yeah, I had started like I went to my first major pay-per-view in 2019. I went to the Royal Rumble. It was really fun. And that was when I was
Awesome.
like, yeah, it was really fun. And there was lots of shenanigans to be had. So much
As there
shenanigans.
should be.
Oh, so many shenanigans. And then after we did that, so at Tanker, we had made friends with someone and we kind of met up with them at the event at the Royal Rumble, and then we became closer friends. Then after that, I had started going to shows with them like all the time, consistently, all the time. And like looking back on that now, and the beginning of when I started like working was very similar as far as travel. It was crazy.
Okay.
Sometimes we'd go into Washington like hours away. So just to give you an idea, I lived in the suburbs of Portland. I'm not directly in Portland. I'm roughly about 30 minutes out, depending on traffic, from Portland.
Okay.
And then you hit Washington, like cross the bridge into Washington. That's about from where I'm at right now, like 45 minutes, right? That's not bad. That's we went to Spokane, Washington, which, if you have any idea where that is, that's like 6 hours north of us.
Oh.
Road tripping. Just do it. Why not? It's a wrestling show. We'll do it. Yeah.
All the things that wrestling will make you do.
Right. And at a certain point, because we had started going to all of these shows locally, we kind of started to develop relationships with the folks that work, obviously. And it was funny because one of my internet friends, the internet is very relevant to my story.
I love it.
To my story. So when I sorry, reloading it back in my brain. We'll get there. Oh yeah, so we started developing relationships with people. I had met this girl in a meme group on Facebook, and she so happened to be dating a ref in the scene at the time. And
Okay.
so that was really cool. We so through that, he was like, "Hey, this promotion needs people to sing the national anthem. Would you want to do it?" Because other background, sidebar, I also sing. I've been singing since I popped out the womb, but that's an entirely different conversation.
Oh, we can stop with this, Astrid. I used to do choir and stuff too. I love
Yes,
that.
I knew it. I knew it. It was a vibe. I don't know what it was, but it was a
It's
vibe.
you can always tell choir
You
kids.
can always
You
tell.
can tell choir kids. Hell
Always
yes.
tell. Hell yeah.
That's awesome. So you get told, hey, we need someone to sing this.
Yeah.
Was that around the time that you got that spark of like wanting to do announcing too?
So yeah, we'll get there. So I do the anthem, and like as I'm doing it, I'm also like a pretty intuitive person, like very gut feeling. Like I know when I feel something, I'm like, oh shit, what's happening?
Right.
So, I had done that, and the day that I do that, like I'm up there in front of everybody, and it's really not a lot of people. Like, I'm in this like a Scottish Rite Center in front of everybody, singing, and I just get this feeling like I can't just sit here and get drunk anymore, man. Like I need to do something else.
I love that.
It's facts. So I
love
just
the
kind of,
epiphany.
yeah, like I got that feeling, and I'm like, I think we need the parking lot this, but I see you. So fast forward a little bit, because this was pre-COVID, right? So that was like 20, I think in like 2018 or 19, one of those. And after that, COVID happened. And as shows were starting back up, everybody's kind of like, yeah, shows are happening. So
Right.
throughout the pandemic and stuff, we all maintained our relationships, the internet, like I said, internet's going to be very relevant. Very relevant. So I became close friends with Aaron Grossarth, that owns Reactivate Pro Wrestling in Tri-Cities, Washington. We became friends. I happened to get, they were in town because, as I mentioned, shows coming back. Was Roseland, Prestige Roseland 2 or 3? I could never remember which one. And like the poster's somewhere over here. But anyways. It was Roseland weekend, and so everybody's in town to see that. And POW Pro Wrestling, a place that I would eventually end up working at. They were having a show, and I'm getting messages like, "Yo, there's free tickets if you want them. Just pull up." I'm like, because they were in the venue they were in was like a basketball court at Oregon University or U of O. Yes, U of O, in Eugene. So they had a bunch of like bleacher seats open. So they're like, "Hey, come fill these up." So naturally, but I don't drive. So I was talking to Aaron, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be in town. Let's just ride together." I'm like, "Cool." So we do that. And explaining geography again, Eugene is roughly about an hour or two south of me. So we had time to chat. And I told them, I was like, when I got up and sang, like, I just felt like I needed to do something. Like, I'm not athletic. I'm not athletic at all. But I'm cute and I can talk shit. What can I do?
Facts.
He was like, I think you'd be a really good ring announcer. And I'm like, okay. And so we kind of, that was the sort of the beginning, in a sense, for me, because it was like the soft conversation. He's like, when I'm back up and running again, I'm going to hit you up. I'm like, okay, sweet. Cool. That wasn't for a while. That wasn't for a while after that. But that happened. Some time passes, and he hits me up. He's like, "What do I need to do to get you up here?" I said, "Put me in a car with people that you know aren't creepy, and that's how you can get me up there.
Get me safely there. I got you."
Literally. And I ended up, riding with a good crew from Oregon. And before that, before my first announcing gig, another thing that you may not know about me, I don't know if I've mentioned it to you or not, but I did train for a little bit. So
really,
my story has layers, man. And I'm like skipping over all the really ugly shit right now. But yeah, like there's a lot of layers to it. So before all of that, my home promotion, DOA Pro Wrestling, there was a show, and a friend of mine that I used to work with in like one of my last office jobs before I got in the weed industry, he was like, "Yo, I have an extra ticket. Do you want to come?" I'm like, "I haven't been to DOA in a hot second. Yeah, I want to come." So I show up, and there's a bunch of us, we're talking, catching up, what have you. And at this point, I had already known that I was going to start ring announcing. So I was like, "Yo, this is really cool. I'm going to do this." And all of these coworkers understand that I love wrestling, to the point where my cubicle was always covered in either random weird shit posting memes or wrestling memes.
That's very on brand you. That is so on brand you. Holy
super
shit.
on brand. Always, yeah. So I'm sitting with these folks, and my friend Dana, bless her, y'all got her to thank for the birth of some other things that may happen later. Later. But she turns to me and she dead ass deadpan, "Why aren't you wrestling?" And I just immediately am like, "Well, I can't afford it." That was the top one, because training is very expensive. If you've ever looked into it, you will know training is very expensive, but there's a reason for that, not for the weak. In any capacity, it is not for the weak. I'm going to be real with you right now. But she was like, "Hey, I have this lump sum." And I was like, "I can't." And I literally had to sit and think about it through a match, because she told me, just nonchalant. We're sitting there watching the show, and she dead ass just goes, "I can pay for it a little bit if you want." And I'm like, "Excuse me? What the
I beg your finest pardon, ma'am?
Excuse me? I'm sorry, what?"
I didn't hear that. Say that again.
I didn't quite hear you. Yeah. So I had to sit and think about it for a second, because I'm just like, how am I going to pay you back? Right. And also at the time, again, intuitive type person, just thinking about it logically, also everything at the same time. When are you going to get this offer again? That's not guaranteed. And it could be a limited offer. So you better jump on it.
When fate comes at you full force, I mean, you can't just try and dodge it.
I was just like, because I would ideally love to be a manager. And so I will never say never to returning to training in any capacity.
Nice.
Anytime, anywhere. I don't know. If I always have to tell people because like there are folks that know me from that time and they're like, and I've had people ask me like, Stevie, are you gonna wrestle or are you just gonna do this? Like, what are you gonna do? Quite honestly, all my path is so unpredictable. I couldn't tell you. like, I didn't even know. Like, this shit just chose me, dude. Like, sorry, but that's what it feels like. And it's like, what do you do with that? What do with this?
What do I do?
Yeah. So like, I trained for I had started training a couple of weeks before doing the announcing gig. And what was crazy, yeah. So, and what was crazy was one of the ring announcers from a promotion that I went to, the promotion that I sang at actually. One of the ring announcers from that show was there, like in training with her. And I was like, yo, can I pick your brain for a second?
Right.
I'm like, I am nervous. I don't know what to do. And he's just like, oh, make sure you're organized, have some index cards to write all your stuff down on, that kind of thing. And it was just really encouraging, which was nice, because I'm sure we all have war stories of trying to pursue things and people being like,
yeah,
ew.
How
Why?
cutthroat and sometimes rude people can be. It's like,
brother,
I'm just asking for advice, my guy. I'm not trying to step on toes.
Right. I'm like, I'm just here to have a good time.
Right.
I'm just here to have a good time.
I'm just trying to heal my inner child and not cry tonight when I go to bed. That's all.
That's it. That's what it is. It's like at the end of the day, everyone is to just be happy.
Right.
So now that we've gone off into feelings land. Hi everyone. I have ADD. Squirrel. Oh shit.
So if you were to get back into training and everything, do you have even if it's, a out there dream, do you have a dream opponent that you would love to just face or anything?
I'll get back to you on that. Because there's been so I trained at Oregon Pro Wrestling School for a little bit. Shout out OP Dub. So there's a lot of really good talent that comes out of that school. My best friend's debuting soon-ish, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'm in the dark about that because I like to keep my reaction somewhat fresh. It's good to know some things, but I would rather not know everything if I don't have to.
Right. Exactly.
And also everyone in their own time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
100%.
So, I mean, it would be cool to have I'm just trying to visualize it right now that you're saying that to me. This is gonna sound like a super cop-out answer because she's everywhere and killing it right now, but Amira.
Oh my god, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. That's an amazing answer. Definitely not a cop-out at all. I love that.
So when I just remember my very first day at the school, I get there. So I mentioned I don't drive, right? I came straight from work. At the time I was working at a weed dispensary. But I had just come in from work and I get to the school and I see people running around and the first person I see away from everyone else is Amira. And I'm like, okay, girl, okay.
Oh,
and she just kind of looks over and sees me and I'm like, I'm starting today.
That's awesome.
God, what a moment, man.
That's incredible.
And then I announced her debut match because I was I ring announced. So continuing the story, see, we got back. We got back. We got back.
It always comes back.
It always comes back. We were doing Queen of Thorns. So a little backtracky a little bit, right? So I mentioned that I had a great crew from Oregon going to reactivate. Well, I was riding with the person that would decide my fate as to whether or not I would announce DOA Queen of Thorns or not, and that would be Drexel. Shout out to Drexel. We love him.
My God.
So, talking about like how nervous I am and shit. And honestly, in the car, I just sat and listened for the most part because I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I don't know if this is an experience that I'm having, and I just can't take it in.
Right.
So we get there, like we're doing reactivate, right? And because why the fuck did I say because more? Anyway, my brain is like shorting out. I've been awake for a long time because I work really early in the morning. So sorry, viewers, but I am a little scattered.
It's all good. I experience dial-up all the time. It's okay.
I'm like up there sometimes. But all right, so we're doing reactivate, and you know, one of the most terrifying things that I have ever seen or experienced in my entire life is Drexel in full gimmick looking me in the face and saying, "Don't fuck it up," when I come out to start announcing at reactivate.
Like, okay, I just shat out my heart. No pressure.
Cool. Great. I'm gonna just bring that into the ring with me. Like, huff that shit over my shoulder. Like,
I'm dry heaving and go.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my goodness. I can't do this.
But needless to say, I persevered and was very brave about it. And then the suspense was killing me. And then he goes, like, I don't remember the exact moment. I don't remember if I was like, if we were at reactivate still or if it was like way later. He's like,
Right.
see you at Queen of Thorns. And I'm like, okay. So now what other people may not know is so my predecessor, I am referred to as his protege, JB Bressler. He was the DOA general manager for a good long while and also the ring announcer. He was planning to relocate, and he told me, he was like, yo, like, if this works out and you enjoy it and everybody's cool, like, would you want to take over for me? And I'm like, yes. Yes, absolutely yes. Because a defining question that I asked this kid forever ago, like, remember, I told you we had started going to shows like religiously. So we were at DOA all the time. And one day I asked him for some reason, how did you get your job in the first place? Someone handed me the microphone, is what he said to me. And so, like, as I got that answer, another one of those like feelings in the chest, I'm like, why is this going to be relevant later? Like, yeah, weird shit.
Crazy.
Yeah. So like, I do Queen of Thorns. Everybody says it's cool. That was a real, like, I will never forget that first one. Like, there's a couple of really good ones. But yeah, iconic as fuck. In short, iconic as fuck. But I kind of started there, and then the rest, as they say, is history. Like, sometimes the grind, man. I can tell you some stories about the grind. It gets
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. Do you have
Like
some,
one
like,
time,
with the
yeah,
grind, do you have, like, tips and tricks, like, that you can, like, share for people that's, like, starting out or wanting to do that too?
yes. Yes. So here are some wonderful tips and tricks for falling on a budget. And I mean, the wrestling part specifically, like doing all of those things, I wouldn't know as much about now just because like that's not where my concentration lies.
Right.
But it's like as far as like traveling and stuff, all of that's going to be pretty much relevant and the same, but it'll be a little bit different because you have more shit to carry around as a wrestler in an
Right,
airport
yeah.
than I would, you know. Um, that said, try to take as little baggage as possible because if you are falling on a budget and you fly Spirit or Frontier, they're going to charge you for your bags. These are things to consider when you are packing for a trip. Excuse me. Typically, I am pretty good at cramming a bunch of stuff in my backpack and calling it a day, leaving just enough room to put my purse in my backpack.
I
So they
bet you're
don't
good at
make me pay.
Tetris too.
Yes. Yes.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah. So there's that. Um, as far as like other options, if you're someone that, like myself, doesn't necessarily drive, trains are very helpful. If you're someone that wants to travel to, when I do this, it's usually for somewhere in Washington. It's been Everett, actually. I'm like, where was I? Everett for UFO, which we may or may not be announcing something for that soonish.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
yeah, I could. My brain is like in so many different directions. It's like I could tell you so much about so many things right now. Um, but traveling, Amtrak ticket round trip is usually about $75. To me, that's kind of worth it as far as, you know, getting yourself there and you don't have to worry about anyone else and you can just hop on and go and come back. If you have friends that live in the area in which you are going to, that is also helpful for obvious reasons. Hotels can be expensive.
Right.
Sometimes folks pay for that. Like if you're working for someone, I am fortunate to have worked for most of the time if I've gone out of town for something, usually like I arrange to stay with somebody or somebody, you know, there's some that's always covered. Like that's never been an issue for me.
Right.
But there's also been one specific company, shout out the Lucha Project. We love them. We love them so much. Usually take care of us pretty well. Like put us in an Airbnb and feed us. I'm cool with that, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all understand that doing this is expensive in general.
Right.
So we all try to help each other out the best we can, but also, you know, you gotta be kind of resourceful.
Right.
So like the traveling bit, those are my main things, and then also like if you are somebody that's like traveling on the road, like on the road, like in a car a lot, having a rewards account with gas stations is very helpful because you can
That's a
save on
good
gas
point.
and you can also like specifically what comes to mind right now are Chevron and 7-Eleven. I am a sucker for 7-Eleven taquitos. Like I will munch the fuck out on some 7-Eleven taquitos,
Oh
okay?
my god.
I do
Yes.
not play. But
Do you have a specific kind of taquito though?
that's hard. I have a top two. They're tied.
I need to
Cream
hear
cheese and
both.
jalapeno.
Ooh.
And the taco ones.
Oh.
With like the
Both
ground beef
choices.
and the taco. Yeah. Those are my
Both
two
choices.
favorite. And then
Very
I'll
good
settle
choices.
for steak if that's like, if either of those aren't there. I'll settle for that.
Nice.
But yeah, like having a rewards account at some gas station, very helpful. Especially like if you're the one driving and you need to save on gas, definitely do that. If you have things like Expedia will let you pay for things in payment. So you didn't know that? Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I know. I just discovered this like a couple years ago. So Expedia will I've gotten flights like split up into payments through Klarna from Expedia before. I also, because I'm looking into arrangements for Mania Week, and it'll probably be just the weekend though. Like I'm not trying to ball like I did last year. That was so crazy. See, we're just getting everywhere today. But yeah, you can get those in payments. Very helpful. So that's a thing. If you with your cell phone carrier, I know that sounds weird, but I have T-Mobile, so they have like the T-Life or whatever every Tuesday, and you scroll through the thing. They have a travel thing, and you can get like 40% off of hotels. I've used that before. Not while I was not while I was like actively working in wrestling, but I have used that before.
Okay.
So for traveling, definitely recommend those options. All of them. And then as far as like my gear and stuff, I've definitely used Fashion Nova a lot. And then if I haven't found it on Fashion Nova, sometimes I luck out. I'll go to like Goodwill or Plato's Closet around here is really fire because I live in rich white people land. So,
and when they get rid of their useless things anymore, it's like, thank you.
Oh no, for real. I've gotten so many pairs of Crocs like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like, you know how they're like $30 brand new? I've gotten pairs that were brand new tags still on them for like $16.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like we love thrifting around here. Like I remember like the very beginning of my announcing journey, I went to visit my uncle in NorCal. And he was cool. He was like, let's go thrifting. I think you need some new outfits. I'm like, yes, Uncle Brad, I need some new outfits. Shout out Uncle Brad.
Does sound amazing. You're right.
The reality is of this podcast, my love, is it's SBK puts everyone over for an hour and a half straight. That's the compilation video.
I love it.
Take a shot every time I give someone a shout out. Or Toke, or whatever. I don't care. Oh yes. But yes, I believe in thrifting, things with payment plans. Yeah, all of that. Like, yeah. That's how I've gotten by. I've squeaked by, honestly.
Those are great tips. I want to know, how did you get your ring announcer name? Or like what you go by?
I love this story. Strap in. It's a good story. There's a reason I mentioned OP-Dub at the beginning, by the way. Nice. This has to do with that. So, okay. Also, for those of you who may not know, I look like a girl most of the time, but I am non-binary. So, I'm just going to get all of this out of the way now. So, primarily they, them. However, I really don't care because it's just happened so many times now that I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I look like a girl right now. I'm like, are my tits to my face? Yeah, I'm a girl right now.
But you would prefer, I mean, if people would just say they, them.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So I noticed you at the beginning, so thank you. So, but generally speaking, I don't really care. I'm not someone that like corrects people. I don't get super worked up about it. That's what I'm saying. So,
Okay.
Anyway, so I changed my name on Facebook from my government name to Stevie Ray. Now, remember how I said wrestling was in the background and I didn't really know what was going on? This is also relevant because I came into class and bless Coach Flex, because he looks at me and he goes, Stevie Ray is already taken, because he thought that I was changing my name to a wrestling name. I did not have. Yeah.
Like Booker T and Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I like dead ass look at him so confused. I'm like, what? What do you mean Stevie Ray's already taken? And then he goes, but Stevie Bay isn't. And I'm like, I'm stealing that from you. You get full credit, but I'm stealing that from you.
Oh, hell like, yeah.
And then I added Knoxx because it's like Stevie Bay sounded like it needed something, right? Like I'm like, Stevie Bay, like there's something that needs to exclamate on the end of that, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm from the South. So like it makes sense to make it sound like that, right? So I was just kind of looking and I'm like, Knoxx, Stevie Bay Knoxx, opportunity Knoxx. I like it. Let's go for it. And so
I love it.
Yeah. And so that's why it's there. That's how I got my name.
That is an awesome story.
And, yeah.
And I also want, to say thank you for, like sharing with everyone with, like with becoming like non-binary and everything and sharing with everyone that, because that's super cool too.
Yeah. Like, I think it's important, like I'm not going to sit here and be like, I am a shining example of the queer community, because no, I'm not. No, the fuck I am not. But I will still be like, yeah, I am. What about it? I still like dudes. Calm down.
I feel you.
Yeah. I'm like, I just like everybody. Like, yeah. Equal opportunity.
Right.
Yeah. But to keep it from completely being a joke, thank you for
yeah, of course. And I appreciate like with like you saying that you noticed in the beginning and everything. I think it's important for people who to recognize like if it's something that you want to be called. You said you don't correct and everything, and that's cool too, but I feel like it's also important to be respectful too. Like if you ask, that's what I'm going to call you. Random side note story, I had an old friend of mine that when I lived in North Carolina, they came up to me and they obviously didn't like tell their parents. They were super religious, Catholic religious.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And it was just like, hey, Karlee, I just want to let you know, like, I'm going as she, they. I was like, okay. And, I was just like, okay, so what made you, like, I was just asking questions and just making sure that they felt accepted, because everyone else at work, when he told them that, it was like, well, I'll just call you, your name, or I don't understand. It's like, why? There's no need for that. So because they asked for she, they, so I would mix it up. Like if they're at a register, I'd be like, okay, they can take you over there, or she's over there. Like, it's just all about respect,
And when I initially started, no, you're fine. Like initially when I started that journey, mm-hmm. I was also she, they. And so everybody leaned heavily on the she. And then we're circling back to Amira again because this brings up another story. So we were doing a seminar, and this was one of the last seminars that we did, or that I did. Sorry, that I did with everybody. Shout out Adam Brooks, the loose sledge from Melbourne, Australia. That man, I almost died. But that's because I'm not, like, I was not physically fit enough for that seminar. Anywho, so we were doing an exercise that I had never done before because I was still in beginner's class. And so I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, I don't know. Do I need to sit this one out? And like, she just like straight up just got in there and was like, I'll work with them. And I'm like, okay. So yeah. So like I have like I wouldn't say that we're close friends or anything, but I have a lot of respect for her. You know?
That's cool.
Yeah. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like shout out to people making sure that they're respected. I love that.
Yeah, 100%. It's so important, especially with just how nasty people can be and just like the world is. It's just every little bit counts, you know. Start with yourself with being a good person and hopefully it'll ripple.
Exactly. Like, that's all I try to do. Like, I know I probably seem cringy as fuck across the internet sometimes. Like, just leaving like little bullshit everywhere.
Same.
But, like, and sometimes I'll think about it before I do it because a lot of times I'll just, like stuff. And then sometimes it's, like, people that I've never really interacted with, but something about them tells me I fuck with them really hard. And I'm like, it's too much. You don't know them like that. What are you doing? No. Hey, pull back. Just like, a little bit. A little bit.
I'm the same where it's like I'll go through some like reels and I'm like, this is gonna come across like I need to be fucking institutionalized. I need to back off.
That. I'm like, maybe we don't. Maybe that's an inside thought. That's an inside thought.
We write that down. We don't tell people.
Yes.
Internalize
it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I want to talk about some of the places that you've been, because I mean, like you're currently with DOA, and you know, of course, like we mentioned briefly earlier, where I first met you with like Pacific North Death. Like, how did you like get into like the whole like death match scene?
So what happened was so I am fairly good friends with the good referee Bradley.
Yes, Bradley.
Literally, so Pacific North Death was kind of a swerve for everybody because what happened that the Instagram account pops up, right? No one knows what it is. We're all messaging each other trying to figure it out. We're like, is this a band? What is this? We don't know what's happening. And so eventually we all figure it out. Like, people start getting DMs. It starts slowly coming together. And I was like, yo, have you figured it out yet? He messages me and he's like, hey, hit him up right now. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
So that's kind of how that started.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So it was like you right away you realized it was going to be more ultra violent stuff?
Oh, yeah. He he's the homie. I already knew what was happening because like he is literally like the weapons builder over here. Like, if we have anything hardcore, everybody calls Brad. Like, Brad knows what he's doing. He can, like, the things that guy has made. Like, did you have you seen any of the Prestige Rose City death matches by chance?
Oh yeah.
You know the one with Danger Aaron and the barbed wire?
Yes.
Swimming pool. Brad made that shit, so I get it.
Brad made that?
Yeah.
That contraption? You know what's crazy? Because when I saw that happen, I was like, who made this? Surprise, surprise. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. Shout out to Brad making masterpieces out here. So, like, yeah.
Deathmatch weaponry is such an art. Oh.
That's why I had to specifically note that one. Though, I will tell you, because I also told Dewey, our good friend Dewey the hot dog, shout out to him. I also told Dewey, though, the first match that I had seen from them, it all goes back to that Roseland weekend, babe, I swear to God. Because Drexel and Akira, art. Like, so, like, I just remember, shout out to the homie Evie Kiyoshi. That's my goat.
Nice.
I just remember being like, you want to step away from them? I'm like, okay. But I want to stay close. But then you don't. Because there was tubes. And the dust from tubes. Awful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that was, that poster that I mentioned that I have has blood on it. And I don't know whose blood it is. And I would rather keep it that way.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, who does this belong to?
Yeah. You know what?
Choice answer.
It's a part of the aesthetic. It's fine. Like, whatever. But, yeah.
It adds zest and character.
Yeah. Like, I knew before that I liked hardcore stuff. But I never really thought about death matches. Because, again, like, a lot of this, in the grand scheme of things, is kind of new to me. Even though, like, I've had people sit me down and have me watch things. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that I know. I'm kind of dumb, y'all, when it comes to some stuff in wrestling.
They're not dumb.
Yeah. So, what the hell were we talking about?
First death match. Pacific North Death and stuff.
Thank you. I knew we were somewhere in that realm. I was like, wait, there was a point to this. Cool. Thank you. So,
when you said what the hell, my brain went blank for 5 seconds. I was like, wait.
I have that effect. Yeah. So with Pacific North Death, though, I ended up becoming more than the ring announcer on that because all of us kind of came together. Like, yeah, we had people doing graphics and things like that, but all of us were promoting it. All of us were pushing the pavement. All of us were like, hey, this is a thing that's going to happen. And like, I knew that it was going to be something really special. It was just something that I felt, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first ever death match in Oregon, right?
Yeah. We have an athletic commission out here, and they were not very keen about it. So, I mean, we were able to kind of, like, I'm still happy that we were able to do the no ring shows after that because that kind of helped evolve things. And, you know, unfortunately, things ended the way that they did, you know. Rip.
Right.
But, you know, I think after that, like, I'm just, you know, talking to Brad about it, and I'm like, we can't let this die.
Like, no.
We just did this.
No.
What the fuck, dude? Like, we can't just let this die. And so he, like, almost immediately started planning out dope.
Like, yeah, and it was like a lot of the shit I had to shut my mouth about because you would tell me certain things, and I'm like, oh my god,
this is happening, but shut up.
Like, okay,
say nothing, not a damn word.
Like,
Because I'm like, I'm telling you this for hyping up purposes, but say nothing until I tell you can.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Nothing. So
Nothing. I promise.
but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed meeting some of the folks in Deathmatch. Like, if I didn't do Pacific North Death, would we have met in this capacity at all? You know? Or maybe you would have stumbled upon DOA on our WTV. I don't know. You know? But it's just crazy how things just connect, but are also so far away from each other.
I know. It's wild. I mean, honestly, I'm so thankful that for Pacific North, that even just for me personally, like X brand. I mean, obviously, shout out to X brand, but you know, at the same time, almost simultaneously, I was just getting massive love from both, and like being able to like you guys like both wanted, and it was like asking for high videos, and it was just like, oh my heart, and it was just like the talent that was recognized, you know, it was just like, and the people like meeting you was just, I promise I won't cry, but like like meeting you has just been such a, like, I don't even know how world stuff would exist if you were not on this planet, like wholeheartedly, dude. Like, you are one of the coolest people I have ever, I mean, obviously not in person yet, but like people I've ever met. Like, you're fucking hilarious. You've been there for like some really, really shitty times, and I just have whole lots of love for you. So thank everything for Pacific North Death, for us being able to meet and everything.
Yes. Like, it was wild because like you came to me with that, and I was like, this girl needs a friend right now. I need to put on the friend hat, even though I don't know her very well right now, so it's gonna seem weird, but I need to go with that.
I'm feeling awkward, but I can do this.
Literally. So like in person, if somebody is crying in front of me, I am so awkward. I'm just like, hug, because that's all I know how to do right now. I'm sorry that you're upset. I don't know what to do. What do? Like, do you need cookie? Do you need joint? Do you need me to kill someone? I mean, what do you need from me?
It's always all of the above.
Always. For sure.
Oh, yes. But like, you've done so many cool things, like, and worked for so many different places. Like, are there any promotions like dream like promotions that you'd love to even just like guest announce at?
Funny you should mention that. There are.
Yes. Drum roll.
Drum roll. I would love to do X brand.
Justin.
I know y'all have someone already, so I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
You're coming on very soon too, but
I'm like, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. Okay, but if there is ever a need for any reason, and I just happen to be around or can get around, phrasing,
I can't.
My coping mechanism is humor. Can't you tell?
Same.
I would love to do that. I would also, I would love to do GCW. I tried to do the collective last year, and that did not pan out, but that's okay. I don't know, really. Like, anywhere that'll have me. I know that sounds cheesy as hell, but hear me out. Like,
that's fair. That is a fair answer.
I'm out here to have a good time. I started later in life than a normal, quote unquote, normal person would. a full context and background, okay? I am 38 years old. I know I may not look it, but bitch,
Not
I'm
at
old.
Not bitch, I'm old. Dude, I'm not far behind you. Please don't tell me that.
Well, okay. It's funny because, like, I say that and then I think about it and I'm like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, I'm not really, but I don't know. I just feel like it with some of the experiences that I've had. I know you relate to that.
Oh,
You know?
God. I know. So, some life experiences make you feel like you need AARP. I swear.
Literally. I have
Oh
fallen
my
and I can't
God.
give up. Or I can't give up. I mean, I can't give up. Never give up.
Although John Cena did at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Oh, too
did. You tapped
soon.
out.
Too
You
soon.
tapped out. You tapped out.
How
Listen,
did you, random side thing, how did you feel about John Cena's retirement match?
man, I understand why it ended that way. However, I'm a little sad that it ended that way.
Right. I wish he wasn't smiling while he was tapping out. That, like, low-key irritated me. I don't know why. I'm like,
That's such a dream sequence. I'm like, brother,
right.
there's no effect to show that you're in a dream sequence. This isn't Hollywood, brother. This isn't real
Right.
time.
Like, it's like, dude, looked like he was listening to Comfortably Numb while he's fucking tapping out. Like, come on, John. Because I was in the same boat as a kid. I had a huge crush on John Cena as a kid. And just, like, just admired him of growing up, too. And it was just, I'm the same way. I understand, but, like, they could have, I don't know. It could have been just done a wee bit better. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. It's a thing that happens.
It is a thing that happens.
It's a thing that
How
happens.
they did with AJ, though, we're not even going to get into that because I love AJ Styles and that shit.
I do too.
They might as well have treated him like a dog and went out and shot him out back. Like, that was insane.
But he didn't take off the gloves. He didn't take off the gloves. He almost
do you think
did.
he might show up somewhere else?
Maybe. I think so.
I think so too. I don't know if it would be back at TNA or if it would go to like AEW.
Well, I mean, Samoa Joe's there.
That is true.
That's all I have to say. Samoa Joe is there.
If I could relive that one more time in my, you know what? Please. Manifesting.
The vignettes of Joe just terrorizing AJ were like peak.
One more time of like him threatening to like flirt with his wife and shit.
Yeah.
I'll be your daddy. What?
Like, oh no. Oh no.
Okay, Samoa Joseph, I see you.
Literally.
Like, damn, dude. Fucking weirdo.
Good shit.
So besides with announcing, I've seen like little clips of you online of doing like interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, backstage interviews and stuff. Who are some of your favorite interviews that you've had?
I've done quite a few. You've seen the ones popping up of me recently on DOA. That's kind of a new thing because there's two of us now, so we can switch out, and it's really fun.
Ooh, okay. Cool.
Shout out, darling Dolly Durkin. Love her. Yes. Love her. I had actually asked if she could work with me on Queen of Thorns, and they liked her so much we just kept her after that.
Oh, I love that. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. So that's been a thing. We've been doing our interviews. There's been some really fun ones. Like back when I first started announcing, I was also doing interviews. I love Warhorse so much. He's so
nice.
Just so intense and funny and just a genuinely great human being. Like, yeah. Shout out Warhorse. Cool's ass.
Yes. Yes.
He was
So
a
what
fun one. I also have a lot of fun with the Cobra Clutch at DOA. Like you'll notice, like you see all of the video. They're jerks. They're jerks, and they're mean to me. And
I don't take too kindly to that.
I know no one does, but they're still out of control. I don't know what to do.
Don't make me come out to a show. I'll put up my foot and trip you.
Ooh. Y'all heard it here first. No, it's funny because some of those guys are also people that I interviewed in the beginning at POW Pro Wrestling. That was kind of so when I was training also in the very beginning, like I mentioned. So like they kind of had me doing stuff in the background while I wasn't necessarily announcing full time yet. So like that was a process. So what I would do is I would have like 1 or 2 matches just to get me out there. At POW, I would do interviews and just kind of watch or ring the bell or something, you know. But doing the interviews at POW, there's a couple of really good ones that I like, mainly from Kaden Cassidy. You're an asshole right now, but you're fun to interview.
I love you.
I really enjoyed working with Funny Bone. Shout out Funny Bone, homie. They would just they just really like to try to break me, like breathing in my ear and stuff. I'm just like, you're so rude. Like, get out of here. But I can't say that because I'm like trying to do the thing. So it's like, can I keep a straight face while you're doing that? The answer is yes, I can. Yes, I can.
And yes, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Watch me.
Literally. They were really fun. There's a few like of the recent interviews that I've had. I love High Five, like that, or the Bud Line. Have to acknowledge the Bud Line. Wait. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. Acknowledging the Bud Line.
I am done. I can't. That's awesome.
Like that was actually a thing. Like I would get in the ring and go like I'd like have my Benjamin somewhere on my person and I would be like, boop. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. But their interviews were fun because we would basically do like if you go back and watch them, it's basically like that 70s show basement sketch.
Nice.
The first one, that one's my favorite. Because we're going around. I'm literally like ripping it with them.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite interviews I've ever done because it was great.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some of my favorites.
Okay. So how about with announcing, like who are some of your favorite people that you love announcing like when they come out? Like it's always a vibe when they come out to the ring.
Always a vibe. Let's see. Matt Brannigan.
Okay.
We just did a Wednesday show. And like depending on what's happening, he'll kind of change things up a little bit. So like and I hadn't had a match with him for a minute because Dolly and I like to switch out, you know. It's kind of like roulette. Right. Like we know what we have to do and then we'll look at it and we're like, hey, do you want anyone in particular? No, not really. Do you want anyone in particular? No, not really. We kind of just do that. But all the way back to Matt. So I hadn't really like announced him in a while. And so I was like, what do you want me to say? And then he tells me, I was like, okay. And I'm like, He's not sober. He's not tipsy.
I can't.
Man is drunk.
That's amazing.
Renegade. Such good shit. Every time that man comes out, he's a vibe. So that one for sure. Let's see. Who else do I like to announce? Zeb Saint One, the homie. Shout out to Zebby. We love him. That one's been one of my day ones since the very beginning. But I just like his introduction. And then one time, we haven't really messed with it since then, but he literally hands me an entire sheet of names and like puns for spray painting. I'm like, some of these are great.
Do you remember any of them?
Rey Mysterio is a great one.
Mysterio is crazy.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio Jr. I think that's probably my favorite, and that's why it sticks out in my brain.
I love that so much.
Yeah, so like, anybody that gives me anything fun to say, but it's also not exhausting.
Right.
There have been some people that have given me, like, to give you an idea, an index card is roughly like this size.
Right.
It's like fully half of it, just one person. And I'm like, I'll say it because you asked me to, And it's so funny because all of them always ask me every single time, what do you do? I do weights. Like, what do you do? I'm like, babe, whatever you want, just don't get me canceled, please.
Right.
Because the way I look at it, you're the hype girl, right? Like, same thing. It's my job to make you sound cool as fuck. So it is your responsibility to give me whatever you want to be hyped up with. Like, I remember
to make it cool as fuck.
I'm thinking specifically of a time. The technical first Lucha Project show, it wasn't named Lucha Project yet, but it was Princess Death Wish's birthday death ball, the very first one.
Okay.
And what is his name? I have his shoot name in my head, but that's not the one I want to use. Lee Nitrous. I'm like, that's not what I want to say. There we go. Lee Nitrous. He had someone with him, and I don't remember his friend's name, and I feel bad about that, but it happened. But his friend had a prosthetic leg. I was going to use in the match, like attached to his person, like uses a prosthetic leg in everyday life, right? So I'm getting the information. And he asked me, what do you do? Like, is it specific? I'm like, nah, bro, just whatever you want. Just don't get me canceled, please. Okay. Accompanied to the ring by a single crippled father. And I was like, are you fucking for real right now? Yeah.
A single crippled father.
I'm like, sir, are you sure? And dude was with him, and he was totally cool with it. And I'm just like, I guess if you're making fun of yourself, that's fine.
We all
but also,
ways, okay?
hey, it's what you want. Like, luckily, no one's ever asked me to say anything really bad, but like,
that's good.
Yeah, like sometimes people are like, can you throw a motherfucker in there? And I'm like, brother, we're at a family show. No, I can't. Like, what are you doing?
There's literally a line of children. There's a sea of kids out here, really.
Yeah. Like, please read the room first before asking me to do things like that. Or at the very least, ask whoever's booking you, because guaranteed, if I say it and they don't know about it, I'm going to get yelled at later. And then I'm going to blame you.
Right. That's fair.
Right. So, yeah, I've never had to say anything particularly bad, but yeah, I've had some really fun ones as far as introductions go. Steve Miggs at DOA is another one I really like because everyone hates him, so no one can hear me. That's how loud it is.
I love that.
Yeah. Like as soon as the music hits, it's like wah, wah. And like the name comes up. I don't even have to say anything. They're all just like, boo. You just hear, fuck Steve Miggs. I'm like, God damn, y'all are early tonight. Okay.
Like, y'all are extra caffeinated. I love it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then sometimes there was one instance that he like sometimes we'll do little bits. That's my favorite too. If y'all include me in stuff, I love that shit. I love being a part of the bit.
What's been your favorite one where you've been part of the bit?
Matt Brannigan and Heidi Howitzer at DOA. I was literally like the trash talking tool. So like it's actually on my Instagram, so you can find it. And it's also on IWTV. That's like deep in the archive though, at this point, because I think that was like almost a couple years ago now. Something.
Okay.
Anyway. But basically, like they both would get in and be like, announce it again, say this. So they'd like whisper something for me to say. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So just like silly shit like that. I love that. The weirder the better. Like, honestly.
I love that.
Yeah.
In everyday aspect too, the weirder the better.
For sure.
I mean, of course there's a limit, but you know what I mean.
Like there's a line.
There is a line. There is an absolute line, but
for real.
So what has been the best part and the worst part of announcing?
The best part is when I have talent come up to me afterwards, unprompted, and like, yo, I really like how you sound. Or you did really great. Thank you so much. Like, if you take the time to tell me that you appreciate me, it makes me want to hype you up or make you sound evil, whatever the case may be, that much more. You know, because it's like we're all in this together. We're all trying to achieve a common goal. We just do it differently.
Yep.
Right? So, like, I am supposed to hype y'all up and keep everybody awake through the whole thing. You know, that's what my job is. So, and as long as I'm able to effectively do my job and I know that you like how I'm doing it, you know, the worst parts are like, it can be pretty catty sometimes. Like, I don't like to be that person. I don't like to be gatekeepy, as you know. I don't like any of that shit. I also absolutely detest backhanded compliments, and I've received several of them.
Oh, God.
And I'm just like, honey, I'm from the South, bless your heart.
Right. Like, I know what the
if
hell
you
that
think
means.
I suck, just say that.
Thanks.
Right. If you don't like my vibe, that's cool. That's fine. Right. I don't have to know about it. You can go be you somewhere else. I don't have to know about it. Like,
right.
Typically, my MO is what people think about me is absolutely none of my business. So, if true. I end up finding out either way, I'm supposed to know that. Right? Because that will cause me to either learn the lesson from whatever that is, whether it be positive or negative, right?
Right.
Or I just keep doing whatever. But I've had situations like in the past where things could have been handled better, probably on both sides. Like, I'm not a perfect person. I am not. I am an emotional person. I can be a reactionary person. I'm actively working on that.
I felt that so hard, dude. I felt that so hard.
It is. It's like you have to sit back and ask questions, whether that be of yourself, um, somebody you trust that you can get a perspective on, or like whatever the case may be, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I just hate how like it can be that way, and that can be your experience if you let it, excuse me, rule your life.
Right.
But on the other hand, maybe I have also learned to not completely concentrate myself in wrestling. Like, do other shit. For the love of God. There is so much more to life. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love this shit. You know? Like, hey, Stevie, do you want to work this show? Hell yeah, I want to work this show. You know? Like, don't get me wrong. However, like, there is so many other things that you can be doing also to enrich your life, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for me, like, a friend of mine that I'd known for a really long time, like, outside of wrestling, one day, like, she was kind of going through some shit too, and we're both like, we isolate ourselves all the time, and that's bad. Like, like that's bad. Like isolating yourself to the point where it was getting, at least for me personally, was not good. um, just because like I was dealing with a lot of personal stuff. Like, I kind of just glazed over a lot of it just because like I don't want to kill the vibe, but I suffered in silence a lot through stuff.
Yeah.
And like it was hard. It was like I gotta compartmentalize, power the fuck up. Let's go.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I think fast forward to, you know, now, you know, a lot of times I would go to work, go home, do shows, do training, go home, and that was all my routine. I didn't really socialize with people. Wasn't I mean, yes, a lot of my time was occupied, but some of that was by design because I
Right.
didn't want to be alone with my thoughts.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Wholeheartedly felt that.
that was a very powerful statement. I know. I'm sorry,
Woo!
but yeah, I'm just real about it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I worked a show the day after my dad died, so like, yeah, real shit.
Ooh.
Like real shit. So like that staying very busy became a coping mechanism for me. And while I was fucking killing it, y'all saw, you know, I was out there, you know, inside, not good, not good. Um, wow, I'm coming to a lot of realizations right now, and I am trying not to cry. I'm very glad I didn't wear eyeliner today. Yeah. So that's a thing. So yeah, definitely finding a balance. That's what I was trying to say. Overall, like you can get lost in the cattiness of it. You can
Yeah.
get lost in, you know, so and so said I suck. So and so thinks I'm mid. So and so said so and so, you know, like stupid bullshit. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. For what? It's not that deep, dude. Like for what?
Respectfully, yeah, it's something we all love, but at the same time, it's fucking wrestling.
Yeah. So like literally go touch grass is what I did. Like literally go touch grass is what I did. Like literally touching grass. The kind you smoke and the kind you sit on. Both sports.
Right. Like bring it out there. You can bring that grass with you. There you go.
There you go. There you go. You know, because yeah. I'm just like, I don't know what else to say because I just said a lot.
No, like that was perfect. So I want to know between the different styles of wrestling that you've seen and announced for, what is your favorite?
Ooh,
Like styles of shows, I should say. That's a better way of asking that.
So I love no ring deathmatch shows. Like that has always been such a vibe. Like when we did Persona non grata, like I didn't know what to like. I'd been to, so it's funny. I was like, oh, this is my first no ring show. Repressed memories are a bitch, dude. So check this out. Literally, the very last show I went to before lockdown was Suburban Fight in Seattle, which was a no ring. They didn't, I don't think they necessarily advertised it as deathmatch per se, but it was like hardcore. You know?
Okay.
Like there wasn't, from what I remember, there wasn't any glass. It was a lot of doors and stuff. And they could use like tables and chairs as weapons, I think. But like other than that, that's pretty much what it was. But it was lit. It was super lit. I remember that. Like, I think one of the matches that stood out to me from that, Chris Bay and Jet Knight.
Wow.
So hard. That shit went so hard.
Oh my god, dude, I bet.
Yeah.
Shit. I was like literally replaying that as you said that. I was just like, what?
Yeah. I know. It's crazy because I'm like, does anyone remember that? Just me? Okay.
Right. I didn't even think when I was like, holy shit, that's right.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. It was so good. So like I really love announcing those. I love my 21 plus crowd because as you have heard throughout this entire time, I'm a potty mouth. Like I can control it if I have to. You know, like it's not a big deal, but it's nice when I don't have to worry about it.
Right. It's nice being able to just creatively flow.
Right.
Or what does they say? Enter flow state, as people say now.
Right. Or one of my favorite things that I have ever said out loud on a microphone is "Welcome to motherfucking Slam." So
I love that. Oh,
yeah.
I love
Yeah, that was in Reno, by the way. So like there is Slam Town now. Oh, it's Slam. It went into a different dimension. The whole thing. I actually haven't caught up on the story, but that's as much as I've gathered from it. But yeah, for a little bit, I did a couple of shows for Hood Slam in Reno. It was a lot of fun. We did one outside. That one was really cute. It was like a free show. Everybody just showed up, you know, had drinks around. It's cute little thing. Yeah, those are fun. When I did Metal Mania, shout out Metal Mania. Had to do that.
I love that.
I'm just like everything is here, there, everywhere.
That was awesome. That reminded me of like on RuPaul's Drag Race when Roxy Andrews did the second wig.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I knew. See, and you know what's crazy? Random fourth wall shit, you guys. I'm gonna asterisk this. When you had mentioned earlier about calling me your good Judy, I was waiting months because I was gonna call you that too, but I was like, well, I don't know if Stevie. And I was like,
I'm into it.
I was gonna say, well, they probably have seen, because that's where I got it from. Like, heard it was RuPaul's Drag Race, and I was just like, I fucking love that. I've never had a good Judy like that, and I was just like, and now I do.
Nice, you got a good Judy, yay! Yeah.
Oh,
so asterisk fourth wall back at you. A fun thing that me and my friends like to do, it is tradition at my friend's house, is we do the wrestling show, of course, but then afterwards it's RuPaul's Drag Race.
Like, stop! Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
Dude? Okay. All right, we're literally playing tennis of asterisks back at each other.
Yes.
Because okay, no shit, like at one point it was like, God, I think this was probably like about 10 years ago. I would watch on Mondays. It would be because you know how RuPaul's Drag Race would have they'd play Drag Race, the Untucked, and they would replay it again.
Yeah.
Because this was when I was still on Logo. And
Right.
I was like, okay, cool. And so while that would play, because it would be around the same time of it would play the whole episode and then Untucked, wrestling would go on. So I would watch Raw and then I would watch the replay. So that is so fucking cool.
I'm pretty sure we did that too. Now that you mentioned that, I'm pretty sure we also did that when we were roommates and would. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we also did that. So like,
it's like I feel I swear to God, it's like we're like I feel like we're in Step Brothers sometimes.
Did we just become best friends?
Oh my God, I love that shit. That's amazing. Oh my God, I can't believe you mentioned that. Is so fucking cool. That is so fucking cool, dude. Oh my God. Now I'm almost curious. You know what? I'll ask that in a little bit with other stuff. But okay. I ask this with everyone. And I would love to know from the badass announcer point of view, your Mount Rushmore, 2 different ones. Your one for regular like wrestlers and one for deathmatch and like hardcore.
Ooh, okay. Gotta simmer on this one. I have so another fun fact about me is I have a decision paralysis. So like people ask me this question and I immediately freeze. And I'm like, I know they're gonna ask me this. It happens every time. So
to go fucking.
It's like, God damn it. So that said, I'm gonna kind of mix it up too because you know, women's wrestling. Just tossing that out there. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Let's see. Or just regular wrestling. China because duh.
Ninth wonder of the fucking world.
Right. You know what? This is probably gonna end up being mostly or all girls. So
I ain't mad at it.
Lita. AJ Lee. Let's see. Who else? I literally just mentioned a slew of names to someone else the other day and it just went boop. Caitlyn.
Oh, I loved Caitlyn, dude.
I'm literally just rambling off all people that were like people that I remember seeing that did really great or are otherwise remembered for stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the very like one of the first women's wrestlers that really caught my eye, R.I.P. Ashley Massaro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, she was probably one of the first ones that caught my eye. My timeline is so scattered when it comes to wrestling because, like, it just comes in and out for me.
It was honestly the same for me, too, growing up. It was very in and out.
Yeah. Like, I didn't have...
Actually, she was one of my bi-awakenings.
Me too, love. Me too.
Really? Between her, Amy Lee, and the Hex Girls, I was fucking done for.
It's weird because, so again, like things that came up a little bit for me. I remember when I was a little kid, Aladdin, not when Jasmine's good, not when she's wearing the lavender dress. No, when she's evil. With the red outfit. Little child me did not know how to process that. I'm just like,
I love that. Like, what is this and what am I feeling?
All that.
Like what was it in like the movie Interview the Vampire where Claudia's like I want to be her. It's like you don't know if you want to be her or you want to be with her. It's like both.
Also, on that note, Queen of the Damned. On that note.
Yes.
That one.
Oh,
see, for me, it was that movie and Underworld, like Kate Beckinsale's whole thing. Girl. I was like, yes, ma'am.
So I'm gathering you're more of a vampire, not a werewolf Lycan type of gal.
Like any good bisexual, little column A, little column B. But if I had to decide, then yeah, I'd probably be a vampire.
I'm a vampire gal too. I was like, you know what? I don't know. It's just something about, you know what's crazy? I actually, before coming on here, I actually made a video about that. Like, that new Dracula video that's coming, or movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, we'll reel it back in. So, Deathmatch Mount Rushmore.
Sorry, y'all.
Before we get the vampires and it gets too much in here, everybody, let's reel it back to Deathmatch.
Reel it back in.
Speaking of blood, Deathmatch Mount Rushmore.
So, because I am a Pacific Northwest girly, and essentially this person was one of the first people I met in the scene, I would probably be in serious trouble if I did not put Drexel on that.
I was waiting to hear that. I knew that was going to be for sure.
Absolutely. Let's see. So Drexel for sure. Also, so this one I'm going to mix it up a little bit because there are fewer deathmatch girlies. Okay. You've had her on the show already. And also one of those, I haven't interacted with her a whole bunch, and I've had to pull back some inside thoughts because I fuck with her heavily. Angel Metro.
Facts. When I was at the Houston show, and I didn't even, like, I was just kind of like, oh, hi, you know, kind of just like letting everything sink in. She randomly came up to hug me, and I was just like,
an absolute doll through and through.
The world stopped. I was like, oh my God. And it's like, you already know she's like beautiful. She's just like this breathtaking creature. And then it was just like, even in person, it's like, I kept muttering to myself. I'm sure if people heard me, I was like, what the fuck is your problem? I'm like, my God, she's just so pretty. She just hugged me.
I know that feel. I had a very similar experience, but not like in the deathmatch sense. Mm-hmm. When I went to the 2019 Rumble, we're like walking around in talents everywhere, you know. I walked past Nia Jax, and my little gay heart just went. And
I'm like, my God. Holy shit.
Like, I wanted to say hi, and the word was just not, it was not happening. I was just like,
your tongue just starts turning into like death metal logos and shit. Like, what do I do? What is communication?
What's happening? Yeah. Okay. But reeling it back in. So
Drexel and Angel Metro.
Yeah. Let's see. So I have Drexel, Angel Metro, Mickey Knuckles, because duh. I interacted with her ever so briefly during Mania Week last year, and she was really sweet. I was just like, I'm a little intoxicated because I was. And I was like, but you are so cool.
I love you.
I'm like, you're like the deathmatch champion. That's so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Akira. Because again, duh.
I mean,
I know you don't do them anymore, sir, but I'm sorry. I have to do it.
I mean, that's still an amazing answer, though. I mean, of course, you know how I feel about Akira. Oh my god. To be able to sing with him was just like, I did not expect that shit to happen either.
That was so cool.
Dude, because I was literally just joking. I was just like, oh yeah, let's just do Closer to the Heart, haha, lol. And then he just breaks out, and I'm like, okay, I'll do Melody with you. And I'm just like shaking the whole fucking time.
I love that though. It was really nice to watch you having a good time and being happy. It was really,
God, I love you.
Yeah. So like that was so nice to watch you kind of like outside of the box element and just like being out there in the wild, kind of. You know?
No kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was my initial noise of out in the fucking wild, but anyway, thank you.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
Thank you. Again, I'm trying not to cry here. So, but
I have one more spot in my Mount Rushmore, I think. And for that, I choose You Can't Kill Hardcore.
You can't kill hardcore.
You cannot kill
Shout out
hardcore.
Our buddy, we love you. He was just on here. He was my lucky 13.
Yeah. That awesome guy. Such a sweetheart. I love him.
Such an incredible person.
For real.
So to gear away towards wrestling, since we've kind of done it here and there, but now we can just sort of, like you said, it's about balance. So another thing that obviously we connect on is we both like to garden. We're 420 friendly.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you some more 420 questions.
Hell yeah, let's get into it, baby. Let's go.
Yes. I want to know, what is Stevie Babe Knoxx's favorite nickname for the Benjamin?
Oh, there's been so many good ones, though.
You can have a top 3. I'll allow it.
Benjamin Franklin is a good one.
I love that.
Jennifer Lopez is another good
Jennifer Lopez is wild.
And let's see. One more. I don't know if I have that. Like it's not common. So just those two. That's fine.
That's a good one. Both are very good ones. Very, very good ones. So, because a lot of the like smokers nowadays, they're just used to like, the pens, dabs. They don't understand some of the struggles that we had to go through. And I want to know, what was the wildest thing you ever used as a smoking device?
Ooh, that's actually a really good question. So to segue into that, I'll let y'all know I am still like a small child stoner by standards. Like I did not regularly start smoking weed until I was 27. So like, yeah. So I would say the wildest thing that I've ever smoked out of, just a can. I've never smoked out of anything too crazy. I think, did we try? I feel like we did try an apple once, and that was cool.
I love apple. That I've tried the apple too.
Yeah. But otherwise, I just have so many cool little devices. Like I have, like y'all saw my bear earlier. I have other fun little batteries. I mean, if you follow me on social media, you see it all the time. But I've been in the weed industry. It's actually been 5 years now. I had my weed birthday last weekend, actually.
Oh, I love that.
My weed industry birthday was January 31st.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
yeah.
I love
So,
that.
and it's weird because it's intertwined with my wrestling journey so much. So much. Like, I was at, so as a whole, I worked for 3 different companies as far as like dispensaries or what have you.
Okay.
Um, when I started doing anything, like fuck all anything to do with wrestling, I was at the second dispensary that I had worked at. So there was a lot of transitioning during that time. So like I went from that place to the company that I work for now. I used to work the retail end of things, right? So like I would
Okay.
be in the stores and shit, like selling the weed, selling the accessories, marijuana accessories. Um, I would do those. And my first boss, because the weed industry, if you've worked it, if you're watching and you've worked it, you know, like the turnover is ridiculous. But my first boss at that dispensary was a fan, and he was always like, I want to. And when I did my interview there, one of the first things I said to him was, I'm training to become a pro wrestler. And he just immediately was like, what? That's so cool. I always wanted them to just tag me in. And I'm like, brother, that's not how that works, like at all. And
No.
every single time it was brought up, he would say it like that and try to convince me that that was a thing that could happen. And I'm like, sir, no. And I would have like some of the funnier parts though with that. I would come to work and have bruises, obviously, because I had just been training, you know. So like
Right.
I'd have like, because your body has to get used to stuff. So like I had like lockup bruises on my arm. And so I would, have my little short sleeve t-shirt on, helping somebody, get some weed. And literally
Right.
dudes all the time assume I'm helpless or some shit. Because this one guy was like, girls don't, girls shouldn't have bruises or some stupid shit like that. And I'm just like, what if I wanted to do that? Like, what if I'm just like, it's a lot of like the surprising places that you find people being sexist for like the
Right.
stupidest reasons. Crazy. Or dudes would think that I was in a DV situation, and I'm like, no. I literally am paying someone money to go beat people up, and they also beat me up.
No. I'm paying for this. I like this shit. No. Let me explain.
Let me explain. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, like so much. Like I'm just thinking about it. And it's just like so much of my journey has been like wrapped together like that. So
that's so cool.
yeah. What other weed questions you got for me?
So, do you remember a high adventure that you had that was like way more iconic than it should have been? It's just like it could have been something where it's like you're going somewhere. It's like it's supposed to be just okay. Maybe I'm going to some place to eat, but it just became this adventure because y'all got high and it was just like,
Oh yes.
what the fuck kind of Charlie the Unicorn adventure did I just go on?
So funny you say that. So my friend, I kind of mentioned her earlier. The friend that I have outside of wrestling, we're both kind of isolating ourselves and we're like, no, like we need to actually socialize and do things. So, stoner, obviously. So oftentimes our stuff kind of starts off with, okay, like if we're at her house, we'll be like, okay, we're gonna go to the garage, we're gonna smoke, and then we're gonna do stuff.
Of
And
course.
yeah, and sometimes that means like I want to check out this art place downtown. Let's go downtown. We'll like wander around. And sometimes there was one time, it was not too long ago, it was like during the holiday season, right? Like in December-ish, right? We're walking around because there was a new art installation that my friend wanted to check out. I was like, yeah, let's go. So we go do that. And like while we're walking around, like just random people are talking to us like we're NPCs in a video game or something. We're just like, what is happening? Like, did you just okay? And like at some point we ended up walking around so like where we were in this particular area of Portland, it's like Pioneer Square, so like big downtown area. There's a mall, there's a big square. So we were walking around in that mall, and like I swear, this older lady just kind of turned, and it looked like she was trying to talk to us, but it was like she spoke through us. It was so weird. Like, what is happening right now? Are we NPCs today? Like, what is going on?
Where the
Are we
fuck
trying for this? What is happening?
Who am I and what am I in this moment?
Right. Or sometimes we'll like go around on drives and like look at nature stuff, right? Because we're in the
Oh, I love
PNW.
that.
Like, look around us, So one time we pulled over and we smoked a joint, and I swear to God, and she'll agree with me. Like, Sam will agree with me with this. We're like sitting in the car and we're smoking this joint, and for some reason, it just felt like time shifted. It was like, what's happening? It was so weird. And then like the rest of the weekend, it still felt like a time shift. It was even weirder. Like, are we still high or what happened?
Am I like in like Inception right now?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And like recently, also another really good high adventure. Recently my sister came out for the holidays and excuse me. So of course I'm gonna like show my sister a good time, right?
Of
Walking
course.
around. Zoo lights. Definitely recommend doing those while you're stoned. Definitely recommend doing those while you're stoned. That was just a fun time because like yeah, it's a good time.
So, once you smoke, is there something that you love to binge watch?
I have a few of those. So
Ooh,
I
okay.
I it kind of depends on the mood. Most of the time I just want to watch something stupid and laugh at stuff.
Fair.
That said, I really love stoner cartoons. Like anything from Adult Swim is fair game to me most of the time.
Oh, yes.
So like, but my top, I would say, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That's like
Oh
my
my
favorite.
god, Stevie.
Yes,
My
and
name is
my name is yeah. But I love Aqua Teen Hunger Force. King of the Hill. Like, if you see me post memes of these cartoons, it's because I love them.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my
so
god.
those two for sure. I also love Bob's Burgers. Like, that's my shit. I love Bob's Burgers so much. But I will also say, like, steering away from like the Adult Swim type stuff. Lately, Sam and I've been watching a lot of the Muppets. Yeah,
I
so we like
love that.
yeah, so we like
That's
go
an
back and watch
awesome
like
answer.
yeah, so we like go back and watch like old Muppet Show reruns, or we're gonna watch the new one together this weekend. So like yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. So we'll like go out of the garage, like smoke. And of course, like I have stuff with me from work. Like she has her stuff too, and sometimes we'll like kind of take turns back and forth. But for the most
Right.
part, I'm like, hey, my stash overfloweth. I'm hooking you up. Here you go. Like,
That's so cool.
yeah, and so we'll do that. A lot of times we really like keef a lot. Like, hold on. let me just show you this shit. It's so nice. If I'm allowed to.
Okay.
If I can find it, actually. Did I put it in here? Yes, I did. Ha, ha, ha. So we make this at my job. This is plant stuff, YouTube. This is plant stuff. So this is cosmic dust.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or I'm sorry, we call it cosmic sand.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So this is like all the good shit that comes off the weed. And then we put it on top of, for those of you that are new to consumption, okay, learning ya. So you put this on top to enhance a little bit, right? It's like a little season for your food, you know,
Right.
get a little kick. And
Sprinkle.
depending on a few factors, that can make you either, in my experience, pass the fuck out, or if it's off of a sativa like a Jack Herrera, it can kind of even it out if you put it on top of a heavier flower, or if it's like a little more uplifting. It'll really make you want to go do stuff. It'll really make you want to go do stuff. So like, I kind of experiment with stuff like that all the time.
I like that. Very cool. What are your go-to munchies?
Ooh, I love. So I'm a salty sweet kind of girl.
Okay.
You know, I like a little bit of kick too. Lately we've been enjoying like this Chex Mix, like homemade Chex Mix.
Ooh.
Like, but it's not like Chex Mix specifically. Like, there's other things in it. Like, there's the Chex, but then there's also the Crispix. That's an underrated cereal, by the way. My brain loves that texture for some reason. But yeah, just mixing like those cereals, like some Cheez-Its, like little rice crackers, and then like putting on all the seasoning salt.
That's
Demolished.
Awesome. That sounds so good.
Demolished. And then sometimes we'll do like we experiment a lot with our munchies and so much. I also do love a good sweet though, like chocolate. I love Oreos. I love chocolate peanut butter specifically. I think is one of my favorite combos, like because it's salty sweet, you know. So like anything like that. Chocolate and caramel is really nice. Like anything like that. I also fucking love ice cream. Like if you
Ooh, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh, it kind of depends. I do love a good cookies and cream, right? I also love a good cookie dough. Like those are kind of go-to because then you can like mix other stuff on top of it and it still be good. Like you can put like a peanut butter syrup on top of it or something.
Stop.
Yeah.
I usually have when I have cookies and cream ice cream, I either do like a peanut butter type of drizzle or I'll do full big bag and just do a dollop of fucking peanut butter in that bitch.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, God.
I will testify.
Yes, God.
I mean, damn. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yes.
So the sleepover snacks are gonna be lit. Okay.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I got from this conversation.
We go out, we conquer the world, we go back, sleepover, snacks, get way too high.
Yes.
Talk shit. It'll be great.
It'll be fantastic.
It'll be amazing. So, in general, what kind of music do you like to listen to? Like, do you have like a couple artists that you like to put in rotation? I know I'm usually like with favorites, like I'll have like my top 3 of like I'll listen to, but like I know sometimes favorites are hard. So, what are some ones in your wheelhouse?
So lately, I get bored easily, so I like kind of go back and forth throughout the day. So, like, for example, today, I could start out listening to, like, metal. And metal is a very broad term. I understand. I understand. Metal is a very broad genre, okay? But I like most of it.
Mm-hmm.
I like most of it. So, like, there's hardly been a genre of metal that I didn't like.
That's fair.
Unless it's, like, really hard. I don't like things that are super hard to listen to. I like things that Baby loves Blast Beat.
Okay.
God, I love Blast Beat. So I'm very heavy into that. Like, if I can just lock in. So, like, my job at work, this is kind of interacting with weed at this point. So, my job at work, I bag all of the weed. So, like, we grow it, right? And then it gets harvested, and then we trim it. And then after it gets trimmed, it gets sent off to testing. So, like, the THC amount, the CBD amount, like, all of these things that we have to test the weed for. And we wait usually like 2 or 3, 4 days afterwards to get those test results back. And then I go in after getting those and make labels, slap them on bags, and put the weed in the bag. Yeah,
nice.
That's my job. That's what I do. I work at the weed factory. So, I try to listen to stuff that helps me lock in. And metal really helps me lock in. EDM also helps me lock in. So, like, a lot of wubbies.
That's fair.
A little bit of dubstep. I really like Rocktronics a lot. Like, Sullivan King is my shit. Yeah. So, like, I love that kind of stuff, right? But then, as we mentioned way before in the long ago, I sing. So, like, another thing that will happen sometimes is I'll switch it up to country, which I have. And then I'll, like, I usually have actually, they're right here. I usually have these bad boys on while I'm bagging my weed, and they're noise canceling, like active noise cancellation. So I don't really hear anybody when they talk when they come in my little room as I'm doing my shit. But sometimes I won't think about it, and I'll just start singing along to whatever I'm listening to. And then I'll see somebody, and I'll kind of stop. And this has happened a couple of different times the past 2 days, actually, which is kind of sweet. But my coworker will pop in, and I'll like, hey. They're like, no, keep going, keep going. Like, you're sweet.
No, embarrassed.
Well, you scared the shit out of me. So, like, yeah.
No, you fucked up the vibe.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, so, like, I kind of branch out to everywhere. Lately, I've been on kind of I've been on a super hard, like, metal. I specifically have a Poppy playlist, as that new album is so good. God, it's so good.
So good. That's such a good answer, too. I love that.
Yeah, so, like, I'm everywhere.
Oh, God, same. I can go from, like, literally you with, like, metal, 2000s, that whole, vibe, like that Y2K shit, or just full-blown pop, or just, like, full-blown Chappell Roan, and that's it. I'll go from, like, underground rap. It's just, like, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Sometimes it's too much in my brain.
Oh, absolutely same. I'm like, what? I am intaking so much information right now. Holy shit. But it's great.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. So when it comes to movies, what kind of genres of movies do you like, and do you have some favorites? Or like ones in your wheelhouse that you'll go back to?
Yeah. So I used to say all the time, well, I guess this is still kind of true because I do look back on it fondly. I just haven't watched it in a long time. But my favorite movie, I've always said, is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So, like, just to give you an idea of the kind of human being I am.
I love it. You cocky cock, you will pay for your crimes against humanity.
Yeah. Freaking police.
I love that movie. It's great.
It's so funny because watching that, as soon as they said vegan police, I'm like, Daniel Bryan isn't here.
Once you were vegan, now you will be gone.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, yes. That's how my brain works. Always associating with something else. But I do like that movie a lot. I also do like horror movies. As I mentioned, my parents were super strict when I was young, so like I didn't really get to enjoy them back then so much. Fun fact, but unintentionally, my very first horror movie was Candyman. So, so
What
you
a
know
hell of
how
a
back in the
first
day
horror
we would go to do what?
I said, what a hell of a first horror movie to get into. How old were you when you saw it?
I think I was like 6. Yeah, I was a bitty babe. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like somewhere between the ages of 6 and 9, I think.
Okay.
So what happened was, like, you know how back in the day, we had like Blockbuster and shit.
Oh, of
So
course.
yeah, so it was my mom's weekend, and she was taking us to the movie store to pick out the movies, and like, and also back then they didn't really have like the art of the front cover of the movie there. All you saw was the name of it, right? So me being a small child, I'm like, and my mom, not really thinking about it, rents the movie. So that's how that happened.
That's how it was with me with Children of the Corn and Blockbuster.
Yeah.
That's how it started with me. I totally get it. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. It's great.
That's incredible.
It's a great time. But then after that, like I wasn't really allowed to watch stuff. So then enter my friends Sam and Nikki. They sweet souls. I love them. They are heavily into horror. They actually I haven't really talked to them about it lately, but I know they did some immersive horror type stuff. I don't know if you're into that. But like so yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, and there's actually, if you go back on my Instagram, if you scroll back far enough, you will see there's a whole ass photo shoot of me covered in fake blood. I'm literally wearing a wrestling t-shirt in the photos, which is funnier to me.
That's awesome.
Because of course I am.
Of course.
But they further introduced me to stuff because I explained to them, like, yeah, like I had really strict parents. I'm like, you understand, Nikki, you grew up in the Bible Belt too. She grew up in South Carolina. So I'm like, you get it. And she's like, yeah. So they would start to introduce me to different things I wasn't allowed to watch. Like I wasn't allowed to watch Scream, so I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And as an adult, like it's not like the first thing I think of, like, I'm going to sit down and watch all of the horror movies that I was never allowed to watch as a child. Like, you know, like that wasn't a conscious thought in my mind. But once I knew I had the opportunity to do that, they would, you know, show me stuff. Sleepaway Camp forever lives in my head. Forever.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So forever grateful to them for all of that too, because like at a certain point I was actually like, so we did the photo shoots and stuff because it was like a promo for a show that they were going to be doing. So they were doing these shows like out of their house basically. It was really cool. It was really cool to watch them build shit. Yeah. So like they're like, hey, you want to see a murder room? I'm like, what the actual fuck, bro? It's obviously not real, but like, it's like, wow.
It's like, I just got here. What did you just say?
I just got here. Excuse me. Yeah.
That's a hell of a first thing to say when someone just gets here.
Mm-hmm. So like I like, so as far as like movies in general, I like horror movies. I'm just not as well versed in like the classics. So don't judge me, okay? Not necessarily to you, just to the general public. Don't judge me, okay? Or if you do, judge me kindly. So, like,
Right. We don't judge, we recommend. We have recommendations over here, not judgment.
I also really enjoy like terrible B movies.
Oh, I love a good B movie.
It's like my favorite thing in the world. So the other day, I'm like scrolling through Facebook, and one of the kids that comes to DOA sometimes had posted something about cocaine crabs from outer space.
Cocaine crabs.
Cocaine crabs from outer space. And I said, I'm sorry, is this real? And he shows me, like, he links me to the app that is associated with. It's free, by the way. So, yeah.
Immediately looking after we get off here.
Yes, immediately. So we looked it up, and we got really lit and watched it.
As one should.
As one should before watching those. Pro tip.
Oh my god, dude.
Also, on this app, there's an entire section of cocaine animal movies. An entire section. It's not honestly, like a giant library or anything, but 7 or 8 movies about animals on cocaine, I think, is enough.
And you know what? My only response to that is not all heroes wear capes. Thank you to whoever made that app.
Much love. Much love.
That's fucking crazy. So I want to know, well, we've talked about a lot of talents that you've had and you sing. I mean, fuck, when it comes to weed, you were like, with how you add shit and everything, it's like you're like Gordon Ramsay of weed. Like, it's crazy. So do you have any other unknown talents that not a lot of people know about?
I do porn, just kidding.
I mean, what?
There was like the perfect opportunity to slide that in.
Is this a great time to mention that so am I? No, okay.
No.
It was a soft launch, you guys.
Fuck, I'm sorry. I took the joke way too far.
Oh, chick, that's amazing.
As far as like hidden talents, not really. I just kind of pick up on shit. So if there's like something I need to learn how to do, or I want to learn how to do it, it's kind of like I do a lot of stuff, but I'm not necessarily good at a lot of stuff. But
that's fair.
You know, like as far as it pertains to wrestling, I ring announce, I do backstage interviews, I dabble in color commentary. You know, I really want to do more of that. Yeah, so I do a lot of stuff, and if I like it, I stick to it.
That's a great answer. Stevie, this has been, and you know, I'm sorry to everyone from here on out and before this. This may be biased, but this has been my favorite, most favorite interview ever. Thank you so much for, you know, doing this and being on here. You are just a true angel. I am so like honored to be a friend of yours and just to have met you. And this has just been so fun, and I love you dearly. You're incredible. I can't wait to send you more cringy memes later on.
Once it's gonna happen.
Oh, it is going to happen.
It's going.
But I want you to take the time and plug yourself. Tell everyone where they can find you, what you're doing, like next, and you know maybe some goals of what you're going to be doing this year.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother. So, as a whole, this year's going to be crazy. This year is going to be insane. I can't get into all of it right now, as some of the goals that I have set for myself, I have not told everyone in person that I would like to tell before busting it out on the internet.
Right.
Because I don't like blindsiding people. I think that's fucked up. So that said, to take it down just a little bit, social media, where you can find me. I am on Facebook and Instagram primarily. You can find me on Facebook at Stevie Bay Knoxx, as you see it spelled down in the corner there. You can find me on Instagram at blood and blunts _XO. Those are the two places you can primarily find me. I mean, I do have an X account. I'm just never on there. I'm just never on there, ever. So there's a really old promo photo of me, and I think the cover photo is Queen of Thorns, like one of the earlier ones.
Right.
Yeah, my shit's old. So I don't really use that. I might get into YouTube soon, maybe.
Ooh, me too. Yes.
Yeah. I recorded like a little interview with my sister, but as like the ideas for that project started, it's kind of starting to evolve.
Ooh.
Yeah, like kind of telling my story and other people's story. Like there's something there. I'm just trying to figure it out, or documenting the path to one of the goals I was talking about. That's kind of what's going around in my head as far as like ideas for content.
My heart just fluttered. I'm so fucking pumped. Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's like something I've been thinking about, but it's just like, I'm sure you and a lot of people out there can relate to this. My mental health demons, man. Them bitches suck.
Oh, child, I swear.
It's like bright, shiny light of things. Like, literally.
Oh my god.
I say these things now, and either it will come out the way that I say that it's going to, or it's going to evolve into something else. So like, just you're gonna see a lot of me this year, and some of you will be annoyed, some of you will be excited, some of you will be aroused, some of you will be
aroused. Regardless, if you're either annoyed or excited, you're gonna be aroused.
Yes, that's
yes,
it. That's
arousal.
It. That's the yes, arousal. Yes.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. It's like Stevie and Karlee are advertising their sleepover for 2 hours.
Yes, honestly. Oh my god.
But seriously, sorry, I'm trying to reel it back.
You're okay.
Other goals that I have for myself. Obviously, I did mention I'm trying. I am not confirming this yet because I don't. One thing I have learned in this: do not say you're going to be somewhere until you've absolutely confirmed you're going to be there. Because I've stuck my foot in my mouth several times that way. Yeah. So, I am trying, asterisk, to get to Vegas for Mania Week for the weekend. I'm
manifesting it.
I also have a yearly gig now called Level Up Expo. Yeah. Nothing for this year has been announced yet, so I don't really know what's happening there. Or if that's a thing, question mark. See that thing I was talking about? We're manifesting all of these things.
Right.
So that's a thing. I may have, in that trying to get to Vegas, I may have one gig. I'm not really allowed to talk about things yet. So there's also that.
Okay.
What else? What else is happening? Oh, that's like way further down the line. Why am I not talking about February? My goodness. DOA Pro Wrestling. February 21st with Stay Classy Portland, featuring the return of Fancy Ryan Clancy.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's that. We're also doing the Portland Pro Wrestling Expo. Earlier that day, we are gonna have Minoru Suzuki at our table.
Oh my.
Because Prestige Roseland, the very last show, is the night before.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy weekend. It's gonna be a wild weekend.
That's amazing.
So like, there's those two things that are happening in a couple of weeks. I may record some material with that with people regarding the shit that I was just talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's all that. Let's see what else. What else is going on? I may or may not have something happening in June. That hasn't been announced yet, so I can't say anything about it yet. But June, something, I'm not sure yet. There's so many things that hang in the balance with things that I can't talk about.
Right.
It's like, what are your goals? What are you doing this year?
I do not know.
There is no war in Boxing Day. There is no war in Boxing Day.
No, those are perfect answers. That's amazing.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But thank you again so much. Make sure you guys check out Stevie on Facebook, on Instagram, and on DOA. Killing it as always, being the announcer badass they are on Prestige. And just
I'm not on Prestige, by the way. I just hang out there.
Just hang out with Stevie. And just follow along with my bestie journey. They're good people and literally one of the people that keeps me going. So if you don't follow their journey, but that's okay. You can follow me on TikTok, Kakeface_Karlee, on Instagram, Kakeface_Karlee 2.0, and I'm here, X Brand Wrestling's YouTube channel. I'll be having mine up semi soon. Just got to work out the kinks. But you guys, thank you so much for joining us, and until next time, okay, thanks, bye.